Hello everyone, I'm Thaw. I'm a Hitachi Energy Apprentice student at IIT. I'm IEEE PES Student number 981888096. My mandate is Dr. Pradipon Susiti Tawakon. He is a vice president at Hitachi Energy Thailand. Title A, IEEE Standard for Testing of Microgrid Controller. Next slide, here is the database or contents of IEEE testing of microgrid controller. Next slide, standard for specification of microgrid controller, distributed energy resource. Distributed energy resources are not tightly connected to the backpower system. Distributed energy resources include generator and energy storage system capable of exporting power, asymmetric or source of group. Distribution management system. Distribution management system is a subset of software applications that operate together to monitor and control distribution network in a predefined manner. Microgrid. Microgrid can connect and disconnect from the grid to enable it to provide input grid connected and islanded mode. Microgrid can be defined boundary that as a single controllable entity with respect to the grid. Microgrid control system. Microgrid control system is defined that system can manage itself, operate, and autonomically disconnected or connected and disconnected from the main distribution grid for the exchange of power and supply or entity service. Point of interconnection. Microgrid electrical controller or disconnected from the bridge distribution grid. Test procedure. Alternative approach used to specify the condition and with the code function are to be tested and establish scenario to which the metric can be applied. Here is the long form of electrical instrument. CHIL, controllable hardware in the loop, DER, distributed energy resource, DMS, distribution management system, DSO, distribution system operator, FAT, factory assisted testing, MGCS, microgrid control system, PHIL, hardware in the loop, POI, point of interconnection steady state. Microgrids and microgrid control system feature. General consideration. Microgrid is classified on the mode of operating can be steady-state grid connected or islanded mode. Permanently, islanded mode are a subset of islanded microgrid. Microgrid is expected to at all times balance load and generation. There are no transition to the islanded mode. The microgrids may be fall into an islanded state after a low voltage right-through phase. If the distribution system operator is required, it due to problem in the distribution or transmission system such as loss of connection with the distribution feeder. Description and characteristics of code function. There are two types of code function. They are dispatch function and transition function. What is dispatch function? Dispatch function can determine that operating on microgrid meet the requirement both for the internet operation as seen from the point of interconnection to the distribution system. Secondly, dispatch order is a set of commands sent to the microgrid asset, despite and component. Transition function. Transition function can manage its transition and operate in the following four situations. First situation is unplanned islanding resulting from a law of synchronization and distribution grid. Second is planned islanding resulting from a record from to distribution system operator to disconnect. That's a reconnection. Fourth is blast that are required in the islanding process. Dispatch steady state grid connected stereo. There are three columns. First is initial condition. Second is indicating event. Next is measurement. If the kilo is point of interconnection breaker is closed, dispatch ordered and objective. Power system state they include the breaker statute, power flow condition, and unbalanced load. Indicating event, power system disturbance, including strain or microgrid open or short circuit condition. Measurement, we can measure body frequency, power, and reactive power, certain time, overshoot, and steady state value with contractual requirement, equipment limitation. Next slide, display steady state islander stereo. In this slide, they also same the previous slide. Transition plan islanding test scenario. This slide is also the same in the previous system, but in this slide, there indicating condition, indicating event measurement is point or interconnection breaker is closed, display order and objective power system state. This includes the breaker statute, power flow condition, and ambient load, open circuit, short circuit, or system body frequency deviation from the contractual right to requirement, indicating event, ambient power disconnection. We can measure body frequency, setting time, overshoot, and steady state body with contractual requirement and equipment limitation for each initial condition as possible. At the same time, breaker is open, system de-energized in cases all low connected or disconnected. If so, the blaster would regress. And we can also measure body frequency, power, reactive power, certain time, overshoot, and steady state. It's also the same in the previous slide. Link between co-function. Microgrid figure 1 shows the point of operation and transition logic function or control system. Figure 1 illustrates the relationship between transition co-function and display co-function. How scenario based on each operating mode or microgrid result in the setting co-function. The transition co-function continually monitor the state of microgrid and the presence or absence of event regarding the display function to change its operating mode. And we can see that scenario having a steady state, connected, and steady state islanded mode. Any exercise, the display function are therefore referred to as display depth. They are that T1 refer to unplanned islanding, T2 refer to planned islanding, T3 refer to connected connection, T4 refer to planned step. Here is the figure of link between co-function. Final convention fee testing. State Utility Committee and equipment vendor had developed test scenario and test feeder into which they integrate new requirements for evaluation. This test feeder may operational consumer service facility or may simplify certain below. Figure show the final convention fee testing plot diagram example. Gray point of interconnection and then connected to the breaker and then connected this to the distribution energy resource. Steady state and transient body and frequency requirement. The applications or allowable operating rate or microgrid in the point of interconnection in terms of body and frequency requirement are displayed in figure 3 and figure 4. They are the same type of plot that apply to generator a distributed energy resource connected to distribution grid. The line between trace and right-through area may be a dead band where either through or right-through is acceptable. The actual body and frequency level, the interval over which they apply, except either by the interconnection requirement with distribution system operator. Body frequency range in the grid connectors and islanders mode. Islanded microgrid often have relevant body and frequency constraints as shown in figure 5. The islanded constraints are unique to each microgrid. Next slide, identifying the requirement of each mode of operating of the microgrid. They show function, mode, requirement, reference. Advantages of microgrid. To investigate full-scale development, field demonstration, explanation, performance, evaluation of frequency and body control method, and behavior operation mode. Transition between grid connected and islanded mode are interconnection between distribution generation and high penetration or distributed generation. Transform all microgrid systems today into this intelligent robust energy delivery system in the future by providing significant reliability and security benefit. Microgrid can add indeed to the electricity cost to its user by the generating some or all its electricity need. Disadvantages of microgrid. Microgrid production is one of the most important challenges facing implementation of microgrid. The issues are such as standby changes, net metering may pose obstacles for microgrid. Interconnections that need to be developed to ensure transparency. IEEE PES 1547 as standards brought by the Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineering may fill the point. Body frequency and power quality, three main parameters that may consider control acceptable standard, which lead the body power and frequency energy balance is maintained. Electrical energy need to be stored in the battery bank, thus requiring more space and maintenance. Future direction of microgrid scale. To initiate full-scale development, feed demonstration, expandable performance, and evaluation of frequency and body control method under BBR operating mode. Transition between grid connectors and islander mode on transition phenomenon between distributed generation and high penetration or distributed generation. Transformation of microgrid system today in the intelligent robust energy delivery in the future by providing significant reliability of the microgrid. Here is the reference of my story. Thank you for your kind attention.